This weekend we saw possibly one of the best send-offs, retirements, farewells, whatever in rock and metal history. Back to the Beginning Fest had a massive scope, a tight schedule with huge names, and it was great. I'm not going to say it was perfect. I know people will talk about technical delays, throwing nothing between sets, even though that was a short amount of turnaround time, especially for those rotating stages. All the nitpicking and serious issues aside, Back to the Beginning Fest was incredibly well done. I didn't get to go because there was no way I could afford it and it was bad timing for me, so I, like most of us, just sat at home and complained about not being able to be there, jealous and full of resentment toward everyone having a time of their life but me in Birmingham. Here is a short list of things that stood out to me that I think are worth pointing out for everyone. Lamb of God nailed it, and their performance of Children of the Grave for Ozzy was a huge surprise. Randy Blythe was stellar in making his voice work to cover Ozzy. Riling up the crowd to sing along made for a great moment, and what's awesome is that Lamb of God released their cover the day after Back to the Beginning, and it's on all platforms to be checked out right now. Seeing Tool perform without the big visual board set up in a stadium while seeing and hearing Tool perform so fluidly was also shocking to see. You better believe people were pulling out their cell phones to record it all, but I think this time even Maynard James Keenan would have been alright with it. Tool was great, and their cover of Hand of Doom was awesome. The supergroup mashup really was a wild choosing of musicians led by Tom Morello. Morello curating everything about Back to the Beginning was an A+, but hearing and seeing some of the names come out for this was fun. Youngblood and 2 especially won a lot of people over, which I don't think many were expecting, and David Draymond did get some noticeable booing, as he is still being quite adversive on the political stances. This was probably expected by some in the back. Guns N' Roses sounded good. It happened. This was one of the good days where GNR all showed up and performed well, and Axl was on top of his game. If that's not a miracle, I don't know what is. Many people watched Metallica kill it as expected. I love their cover of Hole in the Sky. It was a great choice, and it was awesome to hear the interview with Rob about how he got his professional start playing with Ozzy, and it's come full circle playing at Ozzy's farewell. Finally, the main event. For those who were concerned about how well Ozzy could do performing at his current state, including me, turns out the preparation paid off as the Prince of Darkness sounded fine and was having a blast as a Dark Prince sitting on his throne. Everyone singing along to War Pigs and the entire audience united for Ozzy's songs was one of the most positive special moments for metal I've seen in a long time. It was also during this performance I realized that no one is in Tony Iommi's range. Even in the 70s, he is still untouchable on that guitar. On the same show that Slash played on earlier, Iommi still puts everyone to shame. One thing I want to point out that at the end of the live stream that had the rest of Black Sabbath walk off stage leaving Ozzy by himself. That might have looked cold and mean, but in reality, the live stream shut off early and the band walked back on stage with a cake while Ozzy was taking it all in and just enjoying the crowd. This was a celebration. They would not have just left him like that and show's over. The live stream will most likely be turned into some type of collectible for purchase, whether all the production and recordings that were made. There's no way this won't be some special Blu-ray or album. It just makes too much sense. There's no way they won't put something about all of this for collectors and people that want to buy it. Without Ozzy Osbourne, there is no Black Sabbath, and in general, metal would not exist in the format it does today or has for decades. All those bands we saw perform at Back to the Beginning also probably would not have been the artists they were without Ozzy's influence in some capacity. That being said, there will surely be some type of backlash or rumors about things backstage, whether it's Sharon telling which bands they were awful or shouldn't be there, Draymond making a statement about the booing and somehow making the situation worse. It's all bound to happen. We should be looking at Back to the Beginning as a high standard now. It's so rare to see a true retirement show, especially one of this magnitude, and it's all played off so well from a live setting where many things could have gone wrong, from the rotating stage to losing the feed to Ozzy just in general not feeling well enough. Everything worked out though, and now it's a time to reflect on what has been the career of Ozzy Osbourne. It's gonna settle in soon that Ozzy's done performing, and that's okay. This man, after surviving roughly 1,000 near-death experiences and endless personal struggles, still made it through an amazing career championing metal and being a pop culture icon. This retirement was truly earned. Twice inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is that rare bit of credibility for the Rock Hall, multi-platinum albums, awards won, and the accolades go on, and Ozzy's send-off feels right this time. I'm aware that Ozzy Osbourne has called retirement before. The difference now is it feels real, as it was the perfect send-off. This may not be topped, and if it ever is, it won't be for a long time. Ozzy Osbourne is 76, and as of writing this, and not in the best health, and this is the fond farewell. It's the opposite of Kiss, where Kiss has retired 76 times and everyone just wants them to be done. Mr. Osbourne deserves to spend the remainder of his years with his family and kids and grandkids. Also, at Back to the Beginning, he got word he's getting a new son-in-law. For real, congrats to Sid and Kelly, that's awesome. There were and are new tributes still coming in. Judas Priest covering War Pigs, Lamb of God with Children of the Grave, even Jack Black with Mr. Crowley. You can check all those in the description, they're all well done. Ozzy's life is a testament to the insanity of a madman surviving himself and his passion to music along the way. His autobiography, I Am Ozzy, is ridiculous, but worth checking out to see how wild he was. And looking back now, seeing him make it to his 70s and being able to take it all in finally, it's nice to see the Prince of Darkness and King of Heavy Metal getting to take it in all at looking at his royal subjects from his throne. I do hope they make this full thing a well-edited movie and album release. Until then, I only have my well wishes and showing the greatest thing Ozzy Osbourne has ever been a part of. The Pepsi Twist commercial.
Stupid bloody bag, never get the bloody...
Hey, Dad?
No, I'm just...
But we really want to show you
I've got something to do, I'm trying to get this...
You really should see this.
What is it then? What is it?
These aren't Pepsis. They're Pepsi Twists.
You're a bunch of bloody magicians.
We're not the Osbournes.
You're not?
We're the Osmonds.
I'm a little bit country.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Sharon, the kids have turned into the husbands.
Oh, they're there, dear. Go back to sleep.
Like twists? Pepsi Twist and Diet Pepsi Twist. It's a twist on a great thing.